You ain't nothing but a hound dog, you're crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound.
Yes. Unless it's Elvis's birthday or it's every other Tuesday. We rarely play, except a hound dog, of course, letting us know that Dr. Jaimie Ronchetto from Cinema Veterinary Center, located in beautiful Valencia on Cinema Drive, is in the studio. Good morning.
Good morning.
So it's National Sea Otter Awareness Week. I didn't know if you know that.
So I've heard.
Now, that's not; those aren't the types of pets you see. Am I right?
No.
Okay.
No sea otters.
But it's also a National Deaf Dog Awareness Week.
It is.
We're not talking about cool dogs like DEF. We're talking about the ones who lose their hearing, because just like us, there's any number of reasons, especially as they get older, but dogs can lose their hearing or be born without the ability to hear in other situations, just like humans do, right?
Absolutely.
And in my case, I've got my 14-year-old dog now, Buddy, who originally we thought he was just being aloof, because beagles are kind of like that. Sometimes they'll come to you, sometimes they don't. And then we realized that I think he's deaf. And sure enough, that's the deal. So I want to talk a little bit about that. And we also have some events coming up, of course, I want to touch on as well. But this is something that, from a perspective of the dog, is there something that we need to consider in their care, or how we treat them if we noticed hearing loss, or the cats as well, because cats go deaf as well. I have a deaf cat as well.
Right. Just being aware that obviously, since they can't hear, they're going to startle a lot more easily, and they're going to sleep much more soundly too. So approaching them in a way that you can lessen their startle reflex so they know that you're there. And then certainly they can do very well and can still know commands and do what you'd like them to do. They just need, instead of verbal commands, you need to help them to learn more like sign language commands. And they can learn those fairly easily. Especially with dogs that were born deaf, and that's the only thing that they ever know. They do really, really well, and they'll just watch you for guidance.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed with ours. You do a little bit more of the, like bend over and kind of move my hands a certain way, and he kind of gets it. That's Buddy. But you're right about sleeping soundly, and I would say this, be careful in the middle of the night, if they're laying in the middle of somewhere or where it's dark, because you will trip over them and they will not hear you coming. And then they seem to get a little upset about that.
Yes.
There are no known like treatments. There's no like hearing aids for dogs or anything like that, obviously, or nothing you can really do.
Not that I'm aware of, no.
So just basically, it is what it is, and just keep an eye out for the changes in their behavior and things. And you're right about being startled, but also probably if they spend outside, or if they're more time, if you live in Acton, Agua Dulce, where it's more of an open area, of course, they're not going to be able to hear prey coming up as easily, of course.
Absolutely. It can be more dangerous for them too.
A little bit there. Good. Things coming up, of course, we have the Rabies Awareness. September 28th is, I'm not sure. World Rabies Day. And we talked about this a couple weeks ago, the dangers of rabies to your pet. It is a deadly situation and not something to be taken lightly. So you're offering something going on with regard to rabies shots. Am I right?
We are actually offering $5 rabies vaccines with a current exam on that day. I know a lot of clinics are offering specials on that particular day in regards to rabies vaccines, because it's so important, and it is required by law to have your pets up to date with them. And
we have on our website the information about that and the importance of keeping that updated. And a couple things coming up. We got the Bow Wows and Meows again coming to Hart Park early next month. Am I right?
Yep, I think on the 9th. Bow Wows and Meows at Hart Park. So it's a great adoption event. A lot of the shelters and rescues will be out there with their pets, their adoptable pets, both dogs and cats, even some bunnies, I think, last year for a little while before it got too hot. And it's just a great event. There's an expo. A lot of us will be out there with booths, so you can come learn about Cinema Vet, some of the other vets, a lot of the pet stores and things like that. It's a really fun event.
And it's a good opportunity if you are thinking about adopting a pet, which is always a good thing to do.
Yes.
To really get good information and educate yourself before you make some just a snap decision on
Absolutely.
that. Always good. More education, the better. And of course, the Bark for Life.
Bark for Life.
Which is a canine version of the American Cancer Society's Walk for Life.
It is, and it sounds like it's going to be very fun. This is the first year that Cinema Vet's going to be participating, so I'm very excited. We're going to have a booth there, and we're also going to have a team walking, but it's on October 22nd at the Bridgeport Park, and if you want to sign up, you can do so at the American Cancer Society website. And it's nice. It's going to be fun. It's all about the dogs and our canine companions and how they help support us through things like cancer. And it's a 1 mile walk.
A 1 mile walk, really easy. And of course, teams and volunteers and donations always gladly accepted if you have a pet. And Bridgeport Park, really super easy. It's nice and flat.
Yeah.
And just going to be a fun time. And so again, an opportunity to educate yourself and your pet, because there are some pet-specific information there as well. So that's good, because you cannot bring your dog, the annual Walk for Life that they have at Central Park in Saugus every year. You cannot bring your dog to that because of treatments and things that are going on. So this is a good opportunity to...
This is their turn.
It's their turn to shine.
Yes.
Cinema Veterinary Center located on Cinema Drive in beautiful Valencia. CinemaVet.com. The number is
661-253-9300.
Dr. Jaimie Ronchetto, always a pleasure having you come and talk about stuff. And next month is pet obesity awareness. So we'll be talking about that in the early part. So we'll be talking about that because holidays are coming. So keep your pets healthy. In the meantime, thanks so much for all your information.